Hey YouTube, welcome to Bub's World. I'm your host Bub, you're watching Bub's Comics, and this is a package that just came in the mail, and I'm super excited to open it. I know what's inside, but you don't know what's inside, so stick around and find out.
You're watching Bub's Comics, Bub.
Alright, so here's the deal. I've been snipe buying, right? So this is like a stealth buy. I have a little system set up to where anytime this book comes up, man, it pops up, right? All convergence, it comes right here to Bub's World. It doesn't matter where this book is for sale, I will find this book. So let's make me small. I guess we can do a little bit of opening here and talk a little bit about it. This is a book that I have multiple copies of already, and I'm bad. I just keep buying this book. So let's go ahead and make me small, and we'll get to this haul. All right. Well, let's see. How do you get this stupid thing open? That'll work. Little elbow grease is all it takes. All right. So let's see how I did. So this should be an upgrade to a book that I already own. Oh, packing slips. Nobody needs to know. Nobody needs to know. Well, how are they gonna know? They're not gonna know. We'll just get that right out of there. All right. So let's take a quick look at the book. There it is. Oh, Sally Forth number 8. Let's get it out of this oh so restrictive packaging. What do you say, folks? All right. Oh, they used too much tape on it. Drives me crazy. Alrighty. Drop all that gorgonzola down here. All right. So here is Sally Forth number 8. So I have owned, at one time I had 6 copies of this book. This is a big Adam Hughes book. This is a book that a lot of people are after. It's highly sought after. So I'm not sure where this falls. So of the 6 copies I owned, I had got a batch of them, 5 of them in fact, that had a little bit of staple rust on them. So now this book's really bad for staple rust. This is produced by Arrows Comics. It's very hard to find Adam Hughes Grail. So if you're into Adam Hughes, the artist, this one's tough. And I just keep lucking into these. Like I said, this will be the 7th copy I've ever owned. But currently I only have 2 in stock, if you will. In my collection, I only have 2. I came across a batch of these not too long ago, about a year ago, and they all had staple rust, which was a problem, of course. I kept the best of those, but then I also had my own copy that I already had, that the first one I had ever found that was in better shape. I was hoping this would be an upgrade. It's about a 6.5 the way it stands, but as you all know, with white covers, there's always a lot of room for improvement. So you can see here that there is some dents there and some creases. Now, I don't know that they're necessarily spine ticks, so it's a little bit tough to tell. I don't know. They're hard creases. They're harder than I hoped they would be. I think this is probably going to be, at best, after a pressing, a 7.5 or an 8. I don't know. Those creases are pretty dug in there. They are tight creases. Well, the hunt continues, because I feel like the copy I have right now is a solid 7.5. So I don't know that this will be a better copy. I'm always on the hunt trying to get just a little bit better. So this is actually going to be probably my downgraded copy. And I still have the staple rust copy, which, like I said, this Arrows Comics, the problem with it is that it's an independent publisher. They had terrible print quality. The paper is really thin. Like, this cover is no thicker than like an interior page. Like, that's how thin it is. and it's just not good quality. It's not a good quality printing. The staples constantly, every time you see them out, have rust on them. It reminds me of the early printings of the Tick. If you guys ever watched the Tick or have ever acquired any of the Tick comics, they're like that too. The early printings are all really, really rough. So yeah. So hopefully this doesn't have staple rust, so that's good. The actual book itself is clean. I don't see any marks on it anywhere. It is in very good shape. So the only thing are these bends in the cover and these creases. I'm going to give it a good press and see what I can do to it, but I think it'll probably top out at an 8 at best. So, which is not much better than I already have, and that one's pretty clean. So, there you go. Adam Hughes Grail acquired again. I'm back up to 3 copies. You know, I had 6 copies before. I really didn't feel like I needed 6 copies, if that makes sense. So I sold a bunch of them off, and they had staple rust. I divulged that. In fact, 2 of them I sold on Instagram, and then 2 I sold at conventions. So the idea behind that was that I wanted people to be able to see the book. I wanted, you know, no eBay funny business, and you get a bunch of returns when you do that. If you're ever trying to sell low grade or even mid grade books, my recommendation is always try and sell them in person, or in a way that someone can say, hey, let me see the inside, give me pictures of all corners, get me, you know, because no matter how good your eBay listing is, oftentimes, you know, buyers will complain. Basically, if you're selling them a mid, everybody wants a high grade book for a low grade price. So that's a problem with open markets, but I like to sell in person. So I don't know if I'll sell this one, but it definitely puts the staple rust copy on the chopping block. If I get another copy, I'll probably end up finally selling that last staple rust copy, which is not bad. It's just a little, it doesn't even bleed. It's just a little bit on the edges. So in fact, yes. Okay, so here is my non-staple rust copy. I forgot that I had these handy. Here's my non-staple rust copy. And then here is my staple rust copy. So there you go. And the non-staple rust copy, or the staple rust copy, you can see the rust right there. I mean, there's no denying that. So you can see the brown in there, and a little bit on that one too. So yeah, definitely, you know, between these 2 books, I have to say this one, my other copy, is still better. I still think it's got a bend in it, but that's about it. That can be fixed. So there we go. Three copies of Sally Forth, back up to 3, down from 6, back up to 3. That's where we'll leave it. So hope y'all enjoyed that. If you don't know about this book, I suggest you look into it. It has Wallywood interiors. It's a fantastic book. So and it's basically a reprint of Wallywood's Sally Forth stories, and this is the I think the final issue of the run, and definitely the most sought after and hardest to find, and a necessity in an Adam Hughes collection. So all right, that's it. We'll catch you next time in Bub's World. Remember to read a comic and don't apologize for the glare. Bye bye.
Now subscribe, you egg-sucking pieces of gutter trash. Now.